If you feel like you have tight hips that always need to be stretched, this hip mobility routine is for you. That tight hip feeling is often an indicator of weak hip flexors or adductors. So we've got 10 exercises to stretch and strengthen. I will have a yoga block available for myself to demonstrate modifications, and I'll be guiding you the entire time. So let's get to it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the bell for notifications, like this video, share it with your friends and family, and be sure to come back to this mobility playlist for more. Getting right into it, we're going to come down onto the ground and do one of my very favorite exercises, the Shinbox switch. So your feet are kind of angled toward your other knee, and then you switch sides. Feel free to use your hands for an assist. And if you find that you have any kind of hip or knee pain, you can always grab a yoga block and set it underneath your bum. It'll reduce the internal and external rotation that you're doing and make it a little bit easier to do this movement. So we're doing 10 reps on each side. That's 4. I like the Shinbox because 90-90 can be really difficult for some people, especially on knees or people with knee injuries. So the Shinbox is a little bit more forgiving. It gives you a little bit more ability to move into this position. Even if it's not perfect, you're still definitely working on opening up the hips here. Let's do 2 more on each side. That's 1 and 2. Now we're going to work into our internal rotation specifically. So a lot of people have a tendency to have more limited internal rotation because we sit a lot, because of our anatomy. We don't work internal rotation. So I have my legs, my knees up, my feet are flat on the floor. I'm going to reach my hands behind me to help give me nice tall posture. And I want my feet to be out of the way of the opposite knee. You only let the leg go wherever it goes. You don't have to be pushing it down to the ground, but you want to keep that other foot flat on the floor. So it's really requiring whatever mobility, whatever range of motion you have in that hip to do what it does. But again, you go to wherever is comfortable for you today, and you may notice that after you do 5 or 10 repetitions of this, your knee gets a little bit lower. Keep breathing as you do this. I'm going to turn to give you a different view. Same move. And again, if I don't use my hands, I might find this happening. So it really helps to put yourself up against a wall or use those hands to get that nice tall posture. Three more on each side. And we're moving slowly and with control, because as soon as you start doing this, you've changed the exercise, right? 1 more on each side. Just a really nice way to warm up the hips. And now we're actually going to get into that 90-90 position. So again, if you want, you can always sit on a yoga block or a bolster or something to lift your bum up a little bit to make this a little bit of an easier position to get into, especially if you have any kind of knee issues. So finding that 90-90 position. And we're getting into a little bit of strength here. So I want you to think about standing up or sitting up nice and tall, lean forward with a straight back, and then push this front knee down into the ground as hard as you can for 3, 2, 1. Come on up, take a breath. We're going to do this 2 more times. We're not doing a million repetitions of this because with mobility, less is more. It's more important for you to do a little bit and feel that difference slowly than really try and, bang out a million repetitions and end up injuring yourself or finding that you have bad form, come back up. We have one more here, just like that. Maybe you can lean over a little bit more, keeping that back nice and flat. Feel free to put your hand on your leg, on your knee, whatever feels right to you, and then pushing that knee down into the ground. It doesn't look like much, but it is a very active position. And ease off. Made me sweat immediately. So, we're going to be basically in the same position. This time we're going to try and push the knee up, but I'm going to have my hand resting. It doesn't have to be on the knee, but just in this general vicinity so you have some feedback. So again, leaning forward and thinking about pressing that knee up into your hand. 2, 3, and ease off. Whew. You'll also really feel that in that back hip. Here we go. Leaning forward, maybe you can lean a little bit more as long as you still have that flat back, pulling that knee up toward your hands, into the hands. Hands can be putting pressure downward, and ease off. We've got one more just like that. Lean forward, pull that knee up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and ease off. Whew. We're staying in this position. We're going to get into this back leg now. So, same position. Feel free to use your hands to keep yourself nice and tall. We want tall posture. If you find yourself leaning over, you may need an assist or make it a little bit smaller. This time we're going to try and lift that back heel off the ground. Here we go. 2, 3. Oh, this one is never fun. So it might not be visible for you, especially at the start. That's okay. As long as you're thinking about lifting that heel off the ground, you're doing the work, and you will feel this in your hips. And lower. One more, just like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you should feel the burn right in there. Okay, we're going to come back up to center. Oh, take a moment. Feel free to rock both knees side to side just to kind of work that out a little bit. And then we're going to go over to the other side. Finding that 90-90 position. And take your time to really find this position and whatever it is for you today, because as you continue to do this work, you'll notice the positioning improves, right? You're actually able to feel the difference, and you'll see the difference in how you sit. So, starting with that first one, we're gonna lean forward and press that front knee down. So leaning forward, nice tall spine. If you use your hands, you're taking a little bit of the pressure off of your body, pushing that knee down into the ground. If you do this without your hands, that's like the next level up, because now all of the weight is going into that front leg. Here we go again. Pushing, leaning forward, pushing that knee down. And come up. One more just like that. Leaning forward, push that knee down. And ease off. So again, I'm going to use my hands as a feedback, and I lean forward just a little bit, and I try and lift the knee into the hand. And ease off. 2 more just like that. They are getting a little bit longer each time. Increasing that time under tension to build that strength. One last one. And lift. And breathe. Coming into that back heel. Again, feel free to use your hands to keep yourself nice and tall. If you don't use your hands, again, that's kind of like a next level up. But more important that you have that nice tall posture than you're not using your hands. Here we go, pressing that knee down into the ground, lifting that heel off the ground. And lower. Nice tall posture. Lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, and lower. One more time. We lift. Beautiful. Oh, go ahead and shake that out. Extend those legs nice and long. Coming into a nice wide stance. As wide as is comfortable for you. So we're going to get into a little bit of a Cossack squat. You have options. Keeping this foot flat on the floor is a really great thing, but you might not get very low. And then we want to move over to the other side and stay low, right? So we can walk our hands over side to side. We're doing 10 reps on each side. If you'd like to feel more of this stretch in the groin area, you will feel it the more you can kind of push your butt back toward the wall and away from you. And staying low is also a lot of work. Over to the other side. Or we have this other option for these last 5. You may end up lifting your heel off the ground, point that extended leg toe nice and tall, and see if you can sit up sort of straight. This requires a lot of balance, but now you're really feeling it in this extended leg. And again, we walk over. The more you do this, the better your hip mobility gets and the flatter that foot gets, so that you don't even need this other variation. This is just where I am today, and I want to show you that, even though I work on my mobility, it's not perfect. I have a lot more to do. And every day is different. So what it looks like today is not what it looked like yesterday. And it'll probably look different by the time we're done with this. Thinking about trying to push that heel down. And just by pointing that toe up to the ceiling, you really feel this through that extended leg. You can get nice and tall. Take a moment, lift your hands off the ground. That's great. It's a nice little challenge. Bringing those hands down to the ground, push your butt up into the air. Find a nice little A-frame. Stretch for just a moment. Breathe. Walk your hands over to the right. You're going to turn that right foot. Bring that left foot down to the ground so you're in that lunging position. The inside arm is going to reach up and twist. Bring your elbow down. Reach up and twist. If you can't get the elbow down, that's okay. Anywhere you are in this position is amazing, right? All of this is opening up that hip, which is the goal here. We're just doing 10 reps of this nice little reach and twist, kind of a variation on a thread through. One more here. Hands come down to the ground, curl that back toe under, press up and come back into that A-frame for just a moment. Breathe. Walk your hands over to the left. Hands come down, toe turns to the side, that back knee comes down to the ground. Push the hips forward, and we reach and twist. Maybe you can tap your elbow down. Maybe you're just bringing your hand down. Whatever it is for you today. The lower you can get, the more you're working into that hip, though. We've got 5 more right here. Three more, keep breathing. Last one. Reach up, hands come down, curl that back toe under, press up to find that A-frame. One more time. Just breathe for a moment. Notice if you're able to get your hands a little bit lower. We're gonna heel toe the feet in to a comfortable position and find a nice deep squat. I really love being able to put my forearms or my elbows, my triceps inside of my knees to help press away and help keep me taller in this position. So my heels are down. I'm trying to get nice and tall. And I'm really using the pressure of my triceps against my legs to be able to maintain this position. Now, wherever you are in your squat, just kind of holding a squat for a few minutes, few seconds, whatever you can do is great. The practice of getting in and out of a squat, really important. We do this all the time, you know, in daily life. So the more you do it, the easier it'll be. Breathe. Almost there. We got like 5 more seconds. And gently, gently come on out. Shake out those legs. Thank you so much for being here with me for this hip mobility routine. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.